everything once you download this trial period version from the internet, or once you do this once you download this one main this SQL server from by using the trial version, like I said, right, two kinds of downloads. One is by using the Spark. If you are a student, Microsoft provided a free one, you can download that one, or else other thing, you can go to the Microsoft website and download a trial version. So once you download, it's a, if it is a image, copy that image to a to a disk, to a CD, and then open the CD. When you open, you will get this all folders. There you need to click on the setup. When I click on the setup, it takes some time because it's at the beginning. It takes some time. Okay, see, I installed the service pack 1. Okay, it is, see, you can see Microsoft SQL Server 2000 service pack 1. So you can't see the service pack 1 in the student website, so you can use the service pack 2. If I go to the Spark, since I don't have the service pack 1 there, right, so you can use you can download the service pack 2, Microsoft SQL Server service pack 2. Go to the software catalog. See, you don't have service pack 1, so you can do the SQL Server service pack 2. You can download Microsoft SQL Server service pack 2. Okay, that will be good enough. So once you download, then automatically you will get it folder. You will go to the folder and click on the setup. Once you done, you will get this link window. So here there are a couple of things. At the left side you got multiple options, and at the right side you got many things, but it's a high level thing, right? So don't worry, just go to the system configuration, click on this. Once you click, it will check whether your system is suitable for this operation or not, because for installing a SQL Server it needs some basic minimum requirements. Okay, so you don't know what are the requirements, then you can directly do the system configuration checker. Automatically it will go and check all the process to install. See, when I click the show details, then it will show me all the things, whether I have .NET 2 versions, whether SQL Server setup product is incompatibility or not. Okay, that all things it is going to check. See, Microsoft .NET application security. So whatever things they need for installation, it will go and check. Okay, done. So once you click OK, done. That window will be gone. Now it's under the planning. By default, you'll be under the planning. Now go to the installation. When you go to the installation, click on the new SQL Server standalone installation, or add features to an existing installation. You need to select this. Don't worry about the middle one. It is upgrade versions, or it is a new SQL Server cluster, failover cluster. Don't worry. This is the thing we are going to worry. Click on this. When you click on this, now it will take some time to set up. Okay. Click OK. It will run some background operations. It will download some requires additional software, some upgrades, and then it will install them. See, scanning for projects updates, download setup files, extract setup files, install setup files. Okay, automatically it will done. When you click, automatically this screen will automatically it will do this all the stuff, and next it will open the different screen. See, I don't have this install one is it is like disabled, so I can't do that. Okay, automatically it will be done. So now see, please wait, Microsoft SQL Server 2012 Service Pack 1 setup process the current operation. So remember, it's a SQL Server 2012 Service Pack 1. See, now automatically it will again test them, and if there is anything like failed, then you need to worry. Don't worry about the warnings and pass. Pass means it is a success. If you find warning, okay, leave it, because I have my firewall on, so it is showing a warning, nothing to worry. Okay, so if it is failed, then it will show failed, and if it is failed, then you can ask me about them. Okay, done. Now I click next at the bottom. When I click next, see, already I got multiple instances. I have multiple SQL Server instances installed, so that's why you can see that server. So if you don't have them, you can't see any. You will see null rows here, because I have multiple things, so I can see them. Because I don't have anything, so if you don't have, you will not be seeing anything. So select this perform a new installation of SQL Server 2012 and click next. When I go, I will enter the product key, done. Next I will go next. Now here see, I accept the license terms, click next. This is a SQL Server feature installation. Under the SQL Server, see, you select this one and click next. So now you select all, because you need all the features, so select all. Here it is going to ask the database engines, you are going to install the analysis services, you are going to install integration services, you are going to install data qualities, all the things. So just select all and click next. Okay, and click next. So now what happens, see, when I go to the management studio and when I click on the connection, I will show you how to connect. If I want to connect to the server, I am to the management studio. By default, when I open the management studio, it will prompt me to connect to a server. By default, it will prompt me. See, I am opening the management studio. See, okay, I have given local, but every server will have a name. So by using that name only, you will connect to the server. So by default, local means it is a default server name. Okay, the same way in the SQL Server instance, you can give the default instance. When I click default instance and when I click the other thing, actually I don't see, by default instance is MS SQL Server, it is by default. Or else if you want to see, so what is MS SQL Server? Now see, instead of local, Badams, and if I give MS SQL Server, connect, I am not sure is the instance name or not. Give me a minute, I will check it. Badams, yeah, or else I will connect the other one. There is one more thing called 2012. So you will give the server name and you will give the instance name. One server may have multiple instances. I will just connect. So automatically this MS SQL Server 2012 is an instance. The same way here, by default you can give the, see, when I'll disconnect it, and when I give connect, it will not connect to the MS SQL Server. It is connected to the different server, because by default if you give the default instance, you can directly connect by using dot or by typing local in the brackets. Okay, by using both you can connect to the server. Now, so it's your wish. You can give your default instance or you can give your own name. Whatever name you want, you can give it. So, and after giving that, click on the next. Just type it here, automatically it will be refreshed with the instance ID. Just type it here, MS SQL Server temp test. So when I click here, automatically that one will be reflected here also. See, automatically test is there. Okay, automatically it got reflected here. Done. So next go here. Once I go to the next instance, what happens? When I click next, now it will ask the instance configuration. Click next. See, when I click next, you can see different services, because I have selected multiple softwares, multiple tools to get installed. For each tool you want access, you need to have some admin access, right? By default, prior to 2012, there Microsoft released multiple versions. Prior to, I am maximizing this, okay. Prior to Microsoft SQL Server, what happened? The account name, it will not have any account name, it will be blank prior to Microsoft SQL Server 2012. So this is prior to this 2012 versions, they will have just blank spaces. So basically this account name is nothing but, if you want to run, see, if I want to run this management studio, I need to have access to that, right? So by default you need to provide some access. So how you are going to do? So it will be empty for the prior versions, but here for the 2012 versions, by default it has some account names. I'll go back and I'll come next. I deleted them, right? By default it will show some account names here. By default it will show some account name. The accounts will be created. So but normally I don't suggest you all to use that account names. Just click on this arrow, click on the browse. You can type system and check names. You will get system and click OK. Okay, because system is nothing but whoever are administrators on the system, they will have access to this all tools. Now I'll go the same thing I'll do with all the things. System, check names, okay, systems, or else I'll copy this. I'll paste them here. Okay, done. And after, if you have any password, you can give the password or anything. And this is a startup type. Whenever you run it, automatic. So leave it. SQL Server Agent, it will be a manual or automatic, manual. Okay, leave it. Whatever we have, let it be default. Oh, that's the thing we'll be using at many times. Done. And next, click next. Once you do here, what happens? Now it will ask you. See, when I connect, that is for the tools. You in the tools, inside the tools, you don't have this database related stuff. So when I go back, you don't have any database related stuff. It is nothing but database engine, but you don't have access to like server level security and that all things you don't. It's like if you want to delete or if you want to modify any other stuff, you don't have access to that. So for making you as administrator, now you can do two ways. Add current user. So we're logged into the system now. You will be added, or else you click add and you type system and check names and click. You can add multiple users also. Okay, for this one by default you can add your user and add system. That will be enough, very much enough. Now go to next. Now I got other system. I'll do add. The same thing I'll do here also. SYS, type the SYS, check names, done. Okay, and click next. I'll get installation and config, click next. Next. So I'll go back. What is this? I came back. Okay, after this one, installation and config, next. See here, send Windows Me. If you have any reports, it will send to the Microsoft. So it's your wish. Click next. Once I go here, click next. Now whatever the properties I have, I want to install, that all will be shown here. It is like a summary about your installation. That's, and when you click install, automatically the SQL Server will start installation, because already I have it, so I will not do anything. You need to, when you click install, automatically the SQL Server will start installing the process. That's it. And once it is done, it will show you a message, and in that message, if it is successfully installed, it will show okay, SQL Server is successfully installed. If it didn't get installed, then it will show an error saying that okay, there are some features didn't install properly, or you can go to the error message and see what is the issue. Okay, that all things you can find, and if you have any issue, you can ask me. And clicking cancel, that's the thing. Yes, I want to set a cancel setup. Done. And closing this windows. Yeah. Okay, this is a way how you are going to install the SQL Server. And one more thing I forgot about, the thing is the SQL Server versions. What are the SQL Server versions? So normally SQL Server, the name SQL Server came in year 2000. So in the 2000, Microsoft developed the server. It is they named it as SQL Server 2000. SQL Server 2000. They named the server name as SQL Server 2000. And this SQL Server 2000 as a management studio, it's a kind of management studio. It has a DTS packages. And next, same, there is a one more called 2005. After 2005 you got one more version called 2008. After 2008 you got one more version called 2008 R2, and after that you got 2012, and after that you got 2014. These are the versions that you got. First 2000, 2005, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012 and 2014. Okay. So now, so 2000 was they released the version in 2008, 2008 R2 in 2010, 2012 in 2012, 2014 in 2014. Okay. So 2008 R2 is nothing but the release 2. 2008 R2 is nothing but the release 2. 2008 release 2. Okay. So you got multiple versions. So in 2005 they added additional features to the 2000 and they had given, and for 2008 they added some additional features to 2005 and they released. 2008 R2 they added some additional features to 2008 and they released. And if you go to Google and you see, if you search them, you can find all the stuff. Okay. So at the beginning for the 2000 you just add only Management Studio to connect to the database, and you DTS. DTS is kind of old feature of SSIS. Okay, it's a old feature of SSIS. So it has only whatever you do on SSIS you can do by using DTS, but it has it has some limitations. Only it can perform only certain operations, not all operations. Then in 2005, when you install 2005, you got Management Studio, you got SSIS, you got SSRS, and you got SSIS. From here onwards, for 2008 you got this all the versions. For 2008 R2 you got, but they added some additional features and they released. 2012 you got all the features, but SSIS it categorized the SSIS in two formats. One is a multi-dimensional, that is a cubes, and another is a tabular. Okay, for the 2012 version everything is same, but SSIS he added one more feature called tabular. And 2014 in a 2014 they even I never worked on it, but they said that they added multiple things with the big data stuff, that all kinds they added for the 2012, sorry 2014. Okay. So every version is a kind of they added additional features. If you have worked on the 2005 you can work on all the versions, it is easy. But if you have worked on 2000 then it will be difficult to work on all the versions, because every version approach is prior to 2005 and after 2005, 2000 and 2000, after 2005 and 2005, like the versions greater than or equal to 2005, the approach and look is kind of same, but prior to 2005 it is different. So they are, instead of here you use SSIS, but prior to 2000 you have only DTS. That's it. Only two things. One is to connect the database, and the other is to develop some packages, you use a DTS. So we are going, because some of them they didn't attend the yesterday's class, right? So I am going to cover all the features regarding SSIS and SSIS tomorrow at 7:30. So we'll have class at 8 o'clock. So you need to join the class at 7:30. If you want, you can join. I'm just going to give an high-level interaction with all the tools that we have in SQL Server. Okay, it's a versioning. So first you got the version released in 2000. Next you got the version released in 2005, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012 and 2014. So after 2008, every 2 years you have a new version released into the market by Microsoft. Okay, that's it. So currently I will be working on 2012. So when I start that, I will explain each and everything. I will be working on the 2012 version. I will be working on the 2012 version. That's it. So we are good. I will be stopping this video.